Hello, eavesdroppers. Welcome back to another pop culture tarot reading. I hope you all are feeling like $1,000,000. On today's episode, we're going to look into Nolan Xavier Wells' parents. Okay? What do they know? The tarot reading, the truth, the untold truth about Nolan Xavier Wells' parents. Is this a psyop? There's been a lot of talk in the media. Before I get into that, everything I say in this reading is alleged and for entertainment purposes only. I have no proof, so take it with a grain of salt. Everything that I'm going to say in this reading is grounded and rooted in love. This is just discourse, okay? This is a Can We Talk video. We're going to start with commentary before we get into the cards. This is a new segment I'm introducing. So if you don't want to hear the spoken word portion, you can move forward to the cards. Probably in the next 1 to 2 minutes. Okay, so this reading is a deep dive tarot session. We explore the spiritual journey, the hidden dynamics, and the energetic blueprint surrounding Nolan Xavier Wells' parents, Christine and Elmore Wells. Using intuitive tarot guidance, this reading looks past the surface to uncover the unspoken truths, generational patterns, and core energies that shape the lives and their connections to Nolan. Whether you are looking for clarity, deep energetic insights, or a better understanding of the unseen forces at play in this family history, this session offers a profound perspective. Sit back, keep an open mind, and discover what the cards reveal about the legacy, challenges, and strengths of Christine and Elmore Wells. Okay, now we're going to get into something here that may get a little controversial. I'm going to be looking into something that is called the Faustian bargain. Now, I want to mention that Nolan's family has deep roots in Mississippi and in the NFL. He has two or three great uncles who were successful NFL players on Super Bowl winning or championship teams. I don't have the names in front of me right now, but these are his father's uncles, I believe. And I want to talk about this Faustian bargain. So historically, the concept of sacrificing a firstborn to gain success, wealth, or power appears in folklore, literature, and religious texts. Mythological and cultural examples. The Faust legend, the ultimate literary example of trading one's soul or offspring for success. In classic folklore, Dr. Faustus makes a pact with Mephistopheles, a demon, for infinite knowledge and power, which eventually leads to his damnation. Biblical references. The sacrifice of a firstborn was deeply culturally relevant in ancient Middle Eastern history. In the Hebrew Bible, God demands the sacrifice of the firstborn of both humans and animals, though in the famous story of Abraham and Isaac, God provides a ram as a substitute, essentially outlawing human sacrifice. Carthaginian history. Ancient accounts, often debated by modern historians, suggested the Carthaginians sacrificed their own children to the gods Baal, Hammon, and Melkort in exchange for military or economic success. Modern parallels and social experiments are terms of service. The terms of service parody. The trope of accidentally signing away your firstborn is sometimes used in modern digital experiments. In one study conducted by the York University, researchers found that 98% of users agreed to fake terms of service agreement for a social media network without reading it. The fake contract explicitly included a clause promising the user's firstborn child to the company in exchange for access. Listen to that. So I wonder how many of us could have signed that contract signing up for social media. It doesn't say which. Okay, so we want to look here at what's going on ritualistically. Is this a psyop? Are his parents in on this? Now, this is not my assertion, but there are people who do believe that this is a psyop. I don't particularly believe that. And if I do believe some aspect of it, I don't believe that that means that this young man is not deceased. Because, as I heard someone say before, real people can die in a fake movie. Okay, so even when there is a psyop, doesn't mean there are not real-world consequences and real-life victims. Let's get into this reading. What is going on here? What is going on with Nolan's parents? Is this a sacrifice? Is this a psyop? Spirit, what's really going on behind the scenes? We have loving yourself in reverse. Loving yourself is the ultimate romance. Investing you, grow, glow, and get to know how really great you are. It came out in reverse with the all-seeing eye. That makes me think about how it says in the end days, people will be lovers of themselves. Sometimes this can feel like doing something to the detriment of other people, or maybe people you should love, but you're so focused on yourself. Envy, greed is what I'm getting here. Let's see more. Also, this could be pointing out the fact that these people have said they don't see color. There's a heart in the eye, but it's reversed, which means it's distorted, it's inverted. So this could be walking through life with rose-colored glasses on, you know, only seeing what you want to see because you should see color. Not that you should see it to discriminate, but if you seeing color means that you have to discriminate, then you have a bigger problem. Let's see what else. We have the Storm Tamer. Your relationship with chaos is evolving. The Lion is here. Nolan was a Leo. You don't just survive storms, you alchemize them and turn them into opportunities for transformation. So they're saying that their son is a catalyst for them to turn this storm into transformation. All right, and we have bad timing here. There's a heart here that looks like a clock and it's cracked right down the middle. It says the universe isn't punishing you, it's protecting you while it fully aligns. I'm sorry, it's protecting you because something is not fully aligned yet. What it truly meant for you won't miss you. So this is saying that, listen, it feels like a bad time right now, but all of this is divine. Show me more. Also gives me being in the wrong place at the wrong time. We have situationship. It's a situationship, not a relationship, but don't let that fool you. Instead, don't let that fool you into thinking it's drama-free. So there could be something going on between them. There are a lot of hearts in these cards. And there's two, or maybe four swords going through the heart. This could mean that they have survived some infidelity in their relationship. Maybe they were on the brink of divorce before. Could be saying that their relationship is not as stable and solid as it should be. Show me more. Okay, it says back together. Yeah, that's what I just said. Maybe they broke up and got back together and we just don't know this. It says the honeymoon round 2 has begun, but the reality is how long it will last. So right now, it kind of feels like they're in the in-between here. I don't know what they survived in their relationship, their marriage. That's none of my business, but I do feel that they have been through some hardships before, possibly separations. Even if they were still under the same roof, they've survived some storms. All right, now let's see what's going on here in regards to the Nolan case. Are his parents involved in a psyop? Is this a psyop? We have an identity crisis here. Who are you outside of the roles, the titles, and the survival strategies? It's time to remember who you were before the world told you who to be. We have burning bridges. It's not about closure, it's about cutting ties. Whatever connection existed is being torched beyond repair. They will never go back to their normal. They have a new normal now. These people are standing here right beneath a threshold. It almost gives me Solomon's Temple in the High Priestess card. They've crossed over now. The veil has been lifted. This woman is wearing shades and she's walking away from an environment where everything has been scorched. She's burning a bridge to the past. The loss of their son could have been the wake-up call that even if they did have a contract and agreement to sacrifice him, allegedly, again, not being insensitive at all. I just want to, deal with what the cards are telling me. This is saying they're walking away from it. This could have been a reality check that they needed. Give me 2 more. Okay, 3 more jumped out. Then there's a hidden agenda here. Not everyone's motives are obvious. The connection comes with fine print in a hidden clause. And I actually channeled the message, read the fine print before I started this reading. I'm trying to remember why I channeled that. I think the 7 of Pentacles may have jumped out, and that is about reading the fine print in a contract. It says there's a hidden agenda here, so they could have signed this contract never thinking they had to make good on it. It says that they were playing games here. They've got game, but is it real? Keep your eyes open and don't fall for surface level charm. It feels like they've been charmed out of their firstborn. We have Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini energy here. Is someone a Mason? If someone is in a brotherhood or sisterhood of any kind, something feels Masonic here. There are 2 men making this contract. Could be the father, doesn't have to be. But it could be the father's bloodline to keep that football legacy going. We have a catalyst flame. What if this connection isn't meant to last, but to help you to prepare for the one that is? So again, this is a catalyst to success. Allegedly. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius energy. Nolan was a Leo. We have an aligned future. The aligned future says the connection feels solid because you're both facing the same direction. This is a partnership with purpose. I feel a lot of Masonic energy here. A lot. Let's look a little deeper. Let's get Nolan's mother's energy and his father's energy separately. Is this a psyop? Is this a psyop? Is this a psyop? Nolan's mom. She's fragile, she's sensitive, broken, unstable, and this is a touchy situation for her. Show me more. What does that mean? Obviously, she's going through a hard time right now. She's lost her baby. Heir to the throne, the 10 of Pentacles. Absolutely, this is that legacy, that football legacy. All right, this said beneficiary, progeny, birthright, legacy, generational wealth, inheritance, the debutante, the heiress, the heir, keeping the family tradition and the namesake. I feel there is something going on here. It feels Masonic. It feels like she could be in a sorority, the father could be in a fraternity. Those are Masonic organizations. Show me more. We have let nature take its course, the wheel of fortune. Leave it to fate, time will tell. Let things unfold naturally. God is in control. What's meant to be will be. Surrender to the outcome. Jupiter, Sagittarius, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Taurus energy. Ultimately, the divine is in control, but it does look like someone here tried to claim the throne. Someone had their eye on the mother's side. This could have been why she married into this family, knowing that her husband came from such a prestigious athletic family. We have twinning. Okay, we have Sagittarius energy, Gemini, Scorpio, Venus, and Cancer. It says these people are two sides of the same coin. They are cut from the same cloth. They are birds of a feather. This is about the light and the shadow, the conscious and the subconscious, the union of opposites, man and woman, male and female, duality, symbiotic relationships, soulmate, kindred spirits, cosmic plus one. These two had a contract here on Earth. The Wheel of Fortune is a cosmic contract. It's also a karmic contract. So it's saying that they see each other as kingdom spouses. There's literally twins showing up here as well, siblings, and I do believe that they have a set of twins. They do. They have a set of twins. Nolan has another sibling, and he was the fourth. I'm not saying this in order, but I don't know who the oldest is. But this will all be predicated on the oldest child. An inheritance here. This is the... So what's going on with their twins? We have the family name, the 10 of Pentacles, birthright, inheritance, carrying a legacy, an empire proudly, pride, tradition, and heir to the throne, lineage-based success is coming out again. So the twins may inherit the sacrifice, the ritualistic sacrifice. Wow. Let's move on to the father's side. Is this a psyop? Is this a psyop? With all due respect, is this a psyop? Allegedly. It says alarm bells are ringing. This is a reality check, a wake-up call, signs and synchronicities, red flags. Pay attention to everything. So again, maybe they reluctantly or unknowingly entered into this contract. Maybe they signed that terms of service, like I said, for the social media thing, and they did not read the fine print, because I feel like they didn't. Who would knowingly give up their child, even though some do? We have a last resort, the 7 of Wands here, Leo energy, Mars and Leo. It says they were left no other choice. They were backed into a corner, standing up for yourself and standing your ground. So it does feel like there was some level of pressure here. And this could even be generational. This could be where the great uncle signed that contract in the NFL. And it's just something that's coming down the bloodline. Show me more on the father's side. Is this a psyop? We have 2 more decks to get through. Is this a psyop? It says delayed karma. What did I just say? What did I just say? Is this from the uncles? The Libra, the Justice card is here, Libra energy. It says the longer it takes, the worse it will be. Someone thinks they're in the clear and has gotten away with something, but nothing could be further from the truth. They have been doing their dirt for a long time, but it is finally catching up to them when least expected. I feel like they try to put protection mechanisms in place over their child with the 7 of Wands. Or someone who signed this contract did, but that doesn't work. You gotta read the fine print. 2 more. Call to action, the Chariot. Okay, so I don't know if you all saw my other reading from earlier, but let me explain something to you really quickly. I did a reading on what the water deities were telling us about all of these sacrifices, ritualistic deaths of black people, black young people. And I want to read you what Nolan's name breaks down to. Nolan's name is Irish in Gaelic, and it means champion, chariot fighter, or noble. It means to shout or cry, referring to a battle cry. The chariot is a battle cry. His middle name, Xavier, is of Basque and Spanish origin, and it means the new house, the castle. Listen to that thunder rumbling out there. It means the new house, and is associated with Saint Francis Xavier, a co-founder of the Society of Jesus, who dedicated his life to missionary work in Asia. And modern culture is famously associated with Professor Charles Xavier, the genius founder and telepathic leader of Marvel's X-Men. Okay, so Nolan's energy actually breaks down to the number 8. His birth date is 8/9/2007, and it reduces to a number 8. That number 8 is the strength card. That's Leo energy. He was a Leo. Nolan had a birthright. He was born to be great. He was born to be a champion. He was born to be someone who everybody would know. But no one could ever guess that. As his mother said, I never wanted my son to be known for this. I never thought this is how he would get famous, but this is how it was set up. So this call to action says a decision has been made in the Lover's card, the number 6. Gemini energy. Now is the time to use drive and willpower and resolve to achieve success, to be in control and move forward. Rapid change. Use your intellect, trust, and intuition. The Chariot card is warfare. It's a declaration of war. And I do feel like something was awakened here. In the other reading I did about the water deities, go look at it. I'm not going to rehash it, but I did go into the biblical significance of the chariot, how it's connected to the book of Revelations, the end times, justice, divine justice. Go check that out. Let's get one more card. It says here that somebody is in their ear. And this card says that there are outside influences and external factors and bad advice and persuasion. So it looks like someone in the bloodline. Doesn't have to be his mother or father, but it's something on both sides of the bloodline. His twin siblings, whether that's brothers, sisters, or both. Wow, that noise. His brother, sister, his twin siblings are going to inherit what he was sacrificed for. Okay. Now let's get some true crime messages. Okay, Spirit, show me what I need to see regarding the mother's side. Christine Wells Wonsley. What's really going on here? Is this a psyop? What is behind the narrative that's being pushed that this is some kind of psyop? Or a ritualistic offering. What is going on here? Wow, I just looked and sacrificed is literally sitting at the top of the dead. All right, so what do we have here? It says people are talking, and they are. They are talking, number one, due to her emotions, the way she's in the media sometimes laughing. People are saying they don't see tears when she's crying. This is not me speaking. This is what people are saying about her. We have the color green here. That's the heart chakra. And it says people are talking about the emotional state that the mother is in. They don't feel like she's grieving enough, which is unfair because we don't know how people are grieving behind closed doors. Not everybody grieves the same. We have goons. We have goons and muscle on the mother's side. What's that about? What is that about? They have a lot of protection around them now. I do believe they have some kind of protection around them. We have passed out. Now, I don't know if she passed out when she got word of her son's passing. But this is taking a toll on her. She's trying to stay strong. But she is going through changes. This is her baby. This is her child. You don't always get to, see people sweat. What do we have here for Miss Christine? We have plausible deniability. Yeah, I feel like she hasn't completely wrapped her head around this yet. That's the Two of Swords, Moon and Libra. I feel her emotions are all over the place. I also feel like if there has been a contract, whether that is something generational or something she did herself, like I said, sorority, fraternity energy, I feel like this is the energy of saying, rejecting the truth that I'm involved. I didn't have anything to do with it. It can't possibly be my fault. Show me more. On the mama side. Now we have railroaded, the scapegoat. So she's being made to be the scapegoat here. She feels like she's being railroaded. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have blonde hair. And we have hearsay, an uncorroborated statement, unconfirmed reports. And then we have agents of chaos, agent provocateurs. And we have mutilation. Was he mutilated? So no, I feel her energy is very much that she's grieving. It also says pleading the fifth, refusing to testify or take the stand. I don't know what that means. Let's see what comes out on the farther side. Is this a psyop? Is this a psyop? Is this a psyop? We have sociopathy, antisocial personality disorder, dissociative. Okay, this is interesting because the bottom of the other deck we have walls here, which sounds very close to Wells, walls. And it says here that their energy is closed off. They have barriers and boundaries. They're guarded, antisocial, and indoors. We also have betrayal by a feminine, the high priestess. So there is a woman involved here, Cancer or Pisces. This is talking about someone who could be a dark witch. Someone who's into the occult. That could be the mother. I'm not sure. It said someone has a hidden agenda and motives. We already have that here in the oracle cards. Confusion, blocked intuition, dark practitioner, sexual tension, intimacy issues, uncontrolled outbursts, repressed emotions, which could be the mother not crying. Or laughing a lot. Solids, unwanted attention, superficiality, and hiding divination. So I do feel the mother, if she's, she is crying a lot. She's trying not to show that in front of the camera. I'm not getting a lot of bad vibes from the mother. I'm not. I feel like, again, maybe inadvertently she got herself involved in something. What's going on with the father's side with sociopathy here? So this talks about social patterns of behavior here. What is the social background or history on his side? Show me more. Now, this could mean that this is a mind game being played on us. A social experiment. Show me more. We have a violent crime. Interesting. There could be a propensity for violence on his side. Obviously, football is a violent sport. Show me more. We have psychological issues and mental health crises. There's something going on the father's side. Allegedly. Show me more. We have overkill, a gruesome crime. I don't know what's going on the father's side. These cards are coming out darker. Show me more. Obviously, he could be feeling very violent and wanting to exact revenge. Oh, we have past life karma here. This is past life karma playing out. The connecting energy is conspiracy, felony conspiracy, an agreement between two or more with intent or an overt act to carry out the crime. So there is conspiracy. We have soul for sale, y'all. Soul for sale, inner demons, emotionally unstable. We have unsafe, saying they feel unsafe now. We have attraction and a transactional relationship with shady people. Wow. And they've been checkmated. We have chess moves, and now they're on the defense. We have an ambulance chaser, a grifter, or a slimy lawyer or reporter. I'm going to leave that alone. We have a crime of passion. We have instant, painless, sudden death. I don't think that's what Nolan suffered. That could be some past life energy. We have a revenge plot, and we have Greek here. School is showing up, and something is in writing. It's documented, and there is a paper trail. So I do believe there is some element of this that does feel like, wow, confirmation that this is some kind of psyop. Again, that does not mean that he's not deceased, because I believe he is. But I'm going to leave it to your discernment. It's up to you to choose what you believe. Be sure to subscribe, like, comment. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I forgot to get tarot. Let's get some tarot cards. See what Spirit wants to say about this. Is this a psyop? If we get the Hierophant and the High Priestess, that's definitely a psychological, predictive programming kind of energy. So let's see. Okay, so we have the Seven of Cups, we have the Five of Pentacles. Looks like a wish was granted, and there's hell to pay for it with the Five of Pentacles. We have the Nine of Pentacles, the selfish energy that we started with the Four of Wands, and is now affecting the family. We have the Moon, which is on the subconscious. We have the Two of Wands. We have the Ten of Pentacles. Again, this is lineage-based, y'all. This is something that goes back a ways. There's someone here who's a practitioner in somebody's bloodline. I feel like it might be more on the mother's side, the practitioner. I feel like the karma is more on the father's side. Yeah, there's something here that went on under the cover of night. Something that's not been disclosed with this moon. We're just scratching the surface here. I absolutely believe this is some kind of psychological operation. We have the Seven of Swords, yeah. This is deception. This is shadiness. This is hidden or illegal tactics. Yep, deception is showing up here, and then we have the Seven of Swords, which means they're trying to come out of it. It looks like they didn't redefine friend of a contract, allegedly. The universe is speaking with that thunder. And the Six of Swords is wanting to move away from that Seven of Swords, which you did in the dark, but it has to be accounted for. Alright, y'all, like the video if you can, subscribe if you have it. Leave a comment if you have anything to add to the conversation, and I will see you in the next episode.